Hi everyone! So this is Carmi here, and these are my two beautiful dolls out of my collection of dolls. This is my custom Blythe by My Delicious Bliss, whom I've named Malia, and this is my Pullip Alice Dujardin Mint, whom I've named Michaela. So this video is going to be about how I got into my small collection of dolls at this point, and I really have to thank my beautiful sister Mina Mimosa, who's the one who's responsible for getting me into collecting these dolls as well as to making videos about them. She's really been my inspiration for all of this, so I'll put a link to her channel below because she does amazing reviews and she just has a beautiful collection, so definitely check her out. So as for me, if you've seen my first video, I don't have a lot of dolls. Currently I have 2 Blythes, 8 Pullips, 3 Dals, and 2 mini Pullips. I don't know how big my collection's gonna get. Right now I don't have a lot of space, but I would like to get a couple more dolls, and I know as they keep coming out, I'm sure I'll be interested in purchasing more, so we'll see. But today I really want to talk about how I got into them. So like I said, my sister Mina Mimosa got me into these. She was Skyping with me and my mom and such, and we were she happened to have one of these dolls, and she's like, hey, look at this. So she showed her to me, and I was like, wow, that's actually pretty cool. Like, she showed me how you can move their eyes, and how, especially the Pullips, you can move them because they have ball jointed arms and legs, so it's fun to pose them and play with them. So once she told me what they were called, I immediately went on Pinterest and started looking them up, and certainly found like so many so many pictures of them, and I was just in awe of seeing how many different kinds of Pullips there are. And then these little gals started popping up, the Blythes, and I was just really endeared by them because I love dolls. I love how Blythes look so innocent and like little girls, and how Pullips look like maybe an older sister to these little girls. And yeah, I mean, growing up I did play with Barbies a lot. I played with dolls, just like many girls did. My friend, when I was little, had a big Barbie house, so we'd always play with Barbies. Then when I got older, my sister and I got, my younger sister and I got Cabbage Patch Kid dolls, 2 of them. So, and I still have those. We play with them all the time. They were like part of her family, you know. So they weren't just dolls. They were almost like our kids, because that's how we played. So yeah, so I've always been really endeared by having dolls. And I remember when I was young, my best friend had an older sister who had this beautiful collectible Barbie on display in her room, and it was still in the box. It wasn't opened or anything, but it was this beautiful Barbie, and I always thought to myself, that's exactly what I want to do when I'm older. I want to have a doll on display. And you know, because growing up I knew, like, I'm not always going to be into Barbies. I know I'm not going to be playing with them forever. And sure enough, at some point, I don't know what happened, but I lost my Barbie collection. So I must have, I don't know, I think I moved here, you know, from somewhere else when I was younger. So I'm thinking in that transition, I must have left my dolls where I lived. So I lost that collection. And I think for me that was really heartbreaking because it was part of my childhood. So I think growing up, I really wanted to have that Barbie that I could have on display. But unfortunately, I don't know if it's times have changed, but every Barbie I've seen as an adult seems like very low quality. I remember Barbies being better before, or at least my memory of them was better. So now I don't know, I haven't been attached to any doll like that until I came across these. So I purchased my first one, which was actually Pullip Hannah. She seemed to me to be simple enough, kind of like resembling a Barbie in a way, because Pullip Hannah is really simple. She has a very modern outfit, and I just like the simplicity of that doll, because if you know Pullips, if you collect them, some of them have extravagant outfits. Like their dresses are incredibly amazing and just big and fluffy like princesses. So I really wasn't into that, and I wasn't thinking of getting that, so I got Pullip Hannah. And to my surprise, Pullip Hannah was gigantic. I was really expecting a doll that was basically the dimensions of a Barbie. I was thinking like, oh, she's gonna be like this tall and like small. But to my surprise, I got this box like this big, and it was a beautiful surprise, because I really wasn't expecting a doll that big. So initially I was a little shy and I didn't really know what to do with her, but eventually, kind of following the examples on Pinterest and Flickr and my sister, I got really inspired to take pictures and to really have my Pullip Hannah pose. So once I really got into that, it just, I don't know, I started looking up videos on YouTube. I found a lot of different people who collect Blythes and Pullips and Dals, and it really inspired me to get something more. So my next doll was actually a Blythe, not this one, but my other Blythe. What is her name? Wendy Weekender. I named her Trixie, but Wendy Weekender was my next doll, which was a Blythe, and it just kind of kept going from there on. You know, if you are a collector and you have been on pullipstyle.com, you know that you can't just get one. And if you only get one, wow, that's like, you are strong. Like, it is so hard to just get one, because there's so many cute ones, and once you start playing with them and dressing them differently and, you know, changing their eye chips and wigs and shoes and clothes, it's so hard to just get one. So of course I had to get more, so I ended up, you know, having now 8. I recently just got my Pullip Merle, which I'm in love with. She's beautiful. So that's kind of where it all came from. It was just like part of my childhood and then part of my adult life, just having these beautiful dolls on display. As if you've seen my last video, I do have them on my desk right now on display, and it really makes me happy, because it's, to me, I don't see this as childish. I see it as part of my childhood, but also part of my womanhood coming out on display in my desk, and these beautiful dolls. So it's really fun, and I don't know, I enjoy having them. So that's kind of my story. I do plan on getting more Pullips, more Dals, and more Blythes if I can, but I'm just really happy to have them. So I would love to hear your stories as well. I would love to see what you think of dolls, and if you have any Pullips, which one's your favorite, if you have any Blythes, and yeah, I guess we'll go from there. So eventually I will be doing my, I guess, own type of reviews on these dolls, and hopefully I can help some people out if they're looking into getting one. And yes, but if you have any questions, any comments, please feel free to comment below, and I'll be talking to you very soon. Thank you for watching. Bye!